Hi, my name is John Williams, and welcome to Fitton Lake's Render House uh, video blog. Today we're going to discuss how architecture designers can increase their wages. And just to give you a little background history about me, I graduated from Lawrence Tech University. I have an undergrad Bachelor of Science in Architecture, and I have a built information modeling certification, associates in applied science and mathematics, and I am also affiliated with National Center for Construction Education and Resource. However, I worked in the architecture engineering industry since 1998, and I worked for a number of different architecture firms. And today I want to talk to you about how architecture designers can increase their wages. And to begin, as architecture designers, we solve problems. The bigger problem that I'm trying to solve, and the whole reason for this podcast, is that right now the industry is in haywire. You have architects fighting architecture designers fighting drafters, and there's a lot of bickering done, a lot of legislation involved, and it actually has crippled our industry. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to have a restructuring process, and the way to restructure this process is, first, as architecture designers, we need to educate the public. We need to educate the public on how important our role as architecture designers is. And to begin with, let's talk about the way a project is the way that it starts, the middle, and the end. So you have a client. A client has an idea for a development, or maybe it's a residential. And in this video blog, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about residential or commercial. So you have this client who has an idea for a project, so they call an architect, and the architect consult with the client, and they get a good idea of what it is that they're pursuing to accomplish with the idea that they had in terms of the design, the possibilities, the limitations, and the client leans on the architect for his expertise in construction methodologies and also for design aesthetics. Okay, now once the architect has the project, been assigned a project, the architect then consults with the contractor. The contractor might be the structural engineer. Contractor could be the mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, or it could be a general contractor. And some of these architecture firms have these resources in-house. And so that's the way it works. You have a client, you have the architect. The architect contracts the general contractor, who is going to actually be constructing or developing the project. Then the architect runs out and makes sure that the general contractor and his people are doing everything on time, on budget, and exactly the way that the plans has specified. However, what most of the public, 99% of the public, what they don't know is that when the architect develop his sketch, or takes the from the meeting, he take his schematic drawings that was done with the client at the meeting, he takes those back to the firm. Okay, and very little refinement is done, but then he passes the actual bulk of the work on people like us as architecture designers. We are the ones that's responsible for almost 99% of the construction drawings and the details that is used by the contractor to actually construct the project. Okay, so we are the ones that's doing all what they consider grunt work, the technical details, and just so the public who 99% don't care to know, don't know. That's our role. That's how important of a role we play. And as architects and designers, we need to educate the public that that's how important of a role in architecture that we play. No matter what building, no matter what house you've seen, it all boils down that way. I know probably 1 out of 10 architects who actually do everything himself. And if he does, he's a really, really small firm, and he's actually got 1 or 2 projects done at a time. Some of these great, big, well-known architecture firms, 99% to 100% of the time, that's how the work is being done. And so with this video, what I want to do is I want to educate the public as to what goes on behind the curtain in architecture firms. Thank you.